Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Coffee time.
Coffee. Is there a pot on, or is this the end of the pot?
This is the end of the coffee.
Oh, so we better be quick then, huh?
Yeah. Or go make some more. Hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend. We did a video yesterday, and it's not uploaded yet because, like we said, we're having technical difficulties. But in the video, we covered a subliminal image that is in the new Caleb cartoon. And it really bothered me. And it bothered me so much that I had a hard time sleeping last night. And even had a nightmare. And I woke up this morning and it's like, Mike, we've got to do another video because there's so much. This is so insidious that this has to be covered by itself.
Yeah, there's actually a lot going on in this new cartoon. And so I don't know if we want to play the cartoon now or just explain a couple of things and then watch the cartoon so that you can see for yourself what's going on.
Well, I was going to say several, do not believe in subliminal images and basically think we're crazy. But how can you deny this? This is what it is.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, as the title of this video suggests, Watchtower extinguishes the light. Now, it was so funny because, we all know the scripture readily. Jesus says, I am the light. Let's see, I am the light of the world. And that's found at John 8:12. But what's so interesting is when I went to the scriptures this morning to get that scripture, to present it here, I went to John 8:12. Well, I grabbed my old rusty sword, which is proving to be sharper than anything, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, John 8, verses 1 through 11 have been taken out of their new silver sword. It's interesting.
Why would they do that?
Yeah, it's interesting because verses 8 through 11 is the story of the absolute forgiveness of sin. Absolute forgiveness of sin. So Watchtower gets that out of the old rusty sword, the new rusty sword, so that the Jehovah's Witness can't comprehend any longer what forgiveness of sin is all about. But what I find most interesting, if Watchtower is going to manipulate those first 11 verses out of their new silver sword, why didn't they just magically make verse 12 disappear? Because verse 12 says, then Jesus spoke again to them, saying, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will by no means walk in darkness, but will possess the light of life. And isn't it something that Christ says that right after he absolutely forgave the harlot?
Yep.
Now, it's also interesting that when you watch his cartoon, watch one of those figures. I'd like to call them boogers because they look like something hanging right out of the Watchtower nose. But the clown boogers, when you look at this cartoon and watch it, when Caleb's dad asks Caleb, would Jesus Christ lie? Two of the figures,
the little blob on the arm of the chair and the one right behind Caleb, shake their head yes. It's like, oh my God, this was so disturbing to me. This is, what I seen this the very first time I watched it. I'm like, oh my God, they are saying Jesus would lie.
So subliminally, you've got two of those boogers
or demons, whatever
saying,
they are.
Yes, Jesus would lie. So subconsciously, you're picking it up. That's no different than reading somebody's body language who is fabricating a lie, because the body will speak separately of the vocal. But now look behind Caleb, because shortly thereafter, if you look at the lamp on that lampstand, before that booger, that demon booger, grabs that light is not on. It's out. Then he grabs it and the light mysteriously comes on, and then he swallows it, which he extinguishes that light. And yet John 8:12 says, I am. See, isn't it funny that right just prior to that, they're getting everybody to agree that Jesus would lie. Oh yeah, Jesus would lie. And then they reinforce that by extinguishing Christ's own words when he says, I am the light of the world. Boom. That light, that lampstand is all swallowed by that perceivable demon, and that light is extinguished. And not only do they do that, they go a little bit further by belching, by making that demon belch, and then they kill that light completely.
He belches on the light.
Yeah.
You know? But
So-
like I said, this is so disturbing because it's so insidious. And how anti-Christ can you be? I mean, this is such a blatant anti-Christ message. And for this to be a kid's cartoon, it makes me very angry.
Well, but doesn't this subliminally reinforce who and what Watchtower truly is? That's why the scriptures tell you in the book of Revelation that Babylon the Great would become a dwelling place, a lurking place of demons. And when you see a demon extinguishing symbolically the light that should belong to Christ, it just reinforces who they belong to. It's not Christ.
No.
They are disciples of Satan, is who they really are.
Yeah. You know, and Fairy Tale did a video, you know, one of our favorites still, sweetie, of Sparlock out of control. And he's talking about, you know, the snake. That is Satan. You know, that is a demon right by Caleb's head. Well, apparently these blobs are demons right in their house.
Yeah.
Because what else would say Christ lied? No, it would be demons.
Would Christ lie? Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It would be
then
demons.
They reinforce it by extinguishing the light of the world.
Yeah. So anyway,
Take it for what it's worth. I know where my mind is set. You cannot be an organization that professes to be the only truth in the world, the only organization that God is using,
the only salvation for mankind.
and then turn around and put out this piece of propaganda bullshit.
Yeah.
No way. I know where my mind sets, but it's up to you to
So,
make up your own mind.
whoever wants to mirror this video, and like I said, you know, the clip, that alone is, you know, disturbing. But, you know, if you have to, watch the clip over and over again.
And pick up the subliminal messaging.
So we're going to insert the clip right here.
Do you remember who told the first lie?
Satan?
Right. But what about Jesus? Would he ever lie? Who do you want to be like?
I want to be like Jesus.
Good, my son. So, what happened there?
And then we're going to say goodbye and hope you guys all have a great weekend.
Bye.
Do you remember who told the first lie?
Satan?
Right. But what about Jesus? Would he ever lie? Who do you want to be like?
I want to be like Jesus.
Good, my son. So, what happened there?